Welcome back to my YouTube channel Regional All. In today's video lesson come PowerPoint presentation, we shall discuss about salient features of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India is a unique one or a unique constitution. It is the largest written liberal democratic constitution of the world. So you know the American Constitution is the shortest constitution. It consists of 7 articles and 27 amendments only. The Constitution of India provides for a mixture of federalism and unitarian flexibility with rigidity. The attempt of the constitution makers was to give to the nation a workable constitution capable of securing the stability and unity of a nation and initiating process of nation building and socio-economic reconstruction. Now we shall discuss about salient features of the Indian Constitution. So, now we shall discuss about the salient features of the Indian Constitution one after another. First is the written and detailed Constitution. The Constitution is a wholly written document which incorporates the constitutional law of India. It was fully debated and duly enacted by the Constituent Assembly of India that we have already discussed in previous lessons. It took the Assembly 2 years, 11 months, 18 days to write and enact the Constitution. The Indian Constitution is a very detailed Constitution. It consists of 395 articles originally divided into 22 parts with 12 schedules, and till today 104 constitutional amendments. Next feature is the parliamentary system. The Constitution of India provides for a parliamentary system of government at the center as well as of the Indian unions or states in Indian unions. The Indian parliamentary system has been borrowed from the Constitution of Britain. We have already discussed the mother of parliamentary democracy. The President of India is the constitutional head of the state with nominal powers. The Union Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister is the real executive. The ministers are essentially the members of the parliaments. They all it is policies, decisions of the Council Minister is collectively responsible before the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha can remove the ministry by passing a vote of no confidence. Now we shall discuss about the enacted constitution. Next feature is the enacted constitution. The Indian Constitution is a constitution made by the people of India, electing through the duly elected representative body, that is the Constituent Assembly, that we have already discussed. The first session was held on 9th December 1946. It passed the objective resolution on 26 January 1947. The Constitution was fully passed and adopted on 26 November 1949, which we observe this day as our Constitution Day from 2017. The Constitution became fully operational with effect from 26 January 1950. We celebrate this day as our Republic Day. The Constitution of India is thus a self-made and duly enacted constitution. Then next feature is mixture of rigidity and flexibility. The Constitution of India is neither rigid nor flexible. It is partly rigid and partly flexible. The rigid constitution means that the special procedure are required for its amendments, whereas a flexible constitution is one in which the constitution can be amended easily. Some of its provisions can be amended in a difficult way, while others can be amended very easily. Article 368 of the Indian Constitution that provides the amendment procedure to the Indian Constitution. It has two special methods of amendments. Most of the provisions of the Constitution can be amended by Union Parliament by passing an amendment bill by majority of total membership and two-thirds majority of members present and voting in each of its two houses. For the amendment of some specified parts, a very rigid method has been provided. Under it, first the Union Parliament passes the amendment bill by a majority of total membership or two-thirds majority of members present and voting in each house. And then it goes to the state legislatures for ratification. The amendment gets passed only when it is approved by not less than one half of the states of Indian Union. Thus, the Constitution of is partly rigid and partly flexible. Next feature is mixture of federalism and unitarianism. While describing India as a union states, the Constitution provides for a federal structure with unitary spirit. Scholars like K.C. Ware describe India as a quasi-federal state, or there is quasi-federation, or as a federation with unitary bias, or even as a unitarian federation. Like a confederation, the Constitution of India provides for a division of power between central and states through three lists: union list, state list, and country list. A written and rigid and supreme constitution. Third, independent judiciary with power to decide central and state dispute. Dual administration, that is central and state administration. However, by providing a very strong center, a common constitution, single citizenship, emergency provisions, common election commission, common all India services, etc., all these features, these are the centralized tendency of the Indian Federation. The Constitution clearly reflects its real unitary spirit. This mixture of federalism and unitarianism has been done keeping in view both the pluralistic nature of society and presence of regional diversities, as well as due to need for securing unity and integrity of the nation. Next feature is fundamental rights. Under it is part 3rd, Article 12 to 35, the Constitution of India grants and guarantees fundamental rights to its citizens. It is called the Indian Bill of Rights. Initially, 7 fundamental rights were granted, but after the deletion of a right to property from the list of fundamental rights, that is the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1979, the number came down to 6. The founding fathers of the Indian Constitution followed the Bill of Rights of Constitution of USA that we have already discussed in order include the chapter of fundamental rights in the Indian Constitution. Now, the 6 fundamental rights are we shall discuss. First is the right to property from Article 14 to 18, right to freedom Article 19 to 22, right against exploitation Article 23-24, right to freedom of religion Article 25 to 28, cultural and educational rights Article 29-30, right to constitutional remedies Article 32. So these 6 fundamental rights are enjoyed by the citizen of India under third part of the Constitution. So in this video lesson come PowerPoint presentation, so I have prepared these 10 questions from this lesson. This is also valuable and useful for the students of political science for UG semester examinations, and also useful for the candidates for preparing for all type of competitive examination from civil services to SO clerical, section officer clerical, railway, banking, all type of questions that come from this type of questions. Thank you very much.